In a small, secluded village nestled between towering mountains and dense forests, there was an unusual occurrence that had baffled the locals for generations. Every year, during the full moon of July, a peculiar festival was held known as the Night of the Virgins. Legend had it that on this night, the spirits of the forest would bless the pure-hearted, and for one lucky man it would be a night of unmatched romance. Ethan was the only man in the village who dared to participate. He was charming, with a mischievous glint in his eye and a heart that yearned for adventure. The women of the village adored him, and as the festival approached, their excitement was palpable. They were all beautiful, spirited, and most importantly, virgins, each hoping to catch Ethan's attention. The festival was a celebration of love and purity, but it also had an air of suspense and mystery, for the forest was said to hold secrets that could turn the night into a thrill ride of horror. As the festival commenced, the village was adorned with colorful decorations, lanterns hanging from trees, and tables filled with delicious food. The virgins, dressed in flowing white gowns, danced under the moonlight, their laughter echoing through the woods. Ethan, the center of attention, tried his best to engage with each one, but the sheer number of hopefuls made it a delightful challenge. The night was filled with playful competition. The women devised games to win Ethan's favor, from tug-of-war contests to obstacle courses. Ethan, ever the jokester, would tease and flirt, making each one feel special while secretly enjoying the chaos. But as the moon reached its zenith, the atmosphere shifted. A chill swept through the air and the playful energy turned to tension. Suddenly, the laughter faded as an eerie howl echoed from the depths of the forest. The villagers fell silent, their eyes wide with fear. The legend spoke of a creature that roamed the woods, a guardian of the virgins who would protect them from any ill-intentioned souls. But tonight, the howling sounded closer, more menacing. Ethan, wanting to maintain the festive spirit, cracked a joke. Maybe it's just a really hungry wolf looking for a dance partner. The women giggled nervously, but the tension remained thick. Just then, the ground trembled slightly and a shadow flickered at the edge of the forest. The virgins gasped, clutching each other, their faces pale. "Let's go investigate," Ethan declared, his adventurous spirit igniting. The women hesitated, but with a mix of courage and curiosity, they followed him into the darkness. Armed with only lanterns and their wits, they ventured deeper into the woods, the moonlight barely penetrating the thick canopy above. As they walked, Ethan entertained the group with silly stories and jokes, trying to lighten the mood. "So did I ever tell you about the time I tried to impress a girl by cooking? Let's just say smoke alarms were involved." The laughter helped ease their fears, but the howling continued, echoing through the trees, sending shivers down their spines. Suddenly, they stumbled upon a clearing bathed in moonlight. In the center stood an ancient gnarled tree, its twisted branches reaching out like skeletal fingers. At its base lay a stone altar adorned with flowers, and surrounding it were strange symbols carved into the earth. The atmosphere was thick with magic and mystery. "Is this part of the festival?" one of the virgins asked, her voice trembling. Ethan stepped closer, examining the altar. "It's definitely not a picnic spot." He joked, but a sense of unease crept over him. The howling grew louder, and the wind picked up, rustling the leaves ominously. Just then, a figure emerged from the shadows, a tall, cloaked figure with glowing eyes. The women shrieked, clutching each other, while Ethan, though startled, stood his ground. "Who dares disturb my realm?" The figure intoned, its voice echoing like thunder. Ethan, ever the brave heart, stepped forward. "We're just here for the festival. We mean no harm." The figure paused, its glowing eyes narrowing. "Only the pure of heart may enter the sacred ground. What do you seek?" Ethan, feeling the weight of the moment, looked back at the virgins, their faces filled with a mix of fear and admiration. "We seek love and joy, to celebrate together," he declared, his voice steady. The figure seemed to consider this, its presence shifting slightly. "You must prove your worth," it said, gesturing towards the altar. "One of you must offer a token of true love." The women exchanged glances, their hearts racing. Ethan, sensing the tension, grinned. "Well, I could offer my heart, but I think it might be too big for just one of you." The women laughed, but the figure remained serious. "Choose wisely, for the heart must be true." A brave virgin stepped forward, her eyes shining with determination. "I will offer my heart," she said, holding out a delicate locket she had worn since childhood. "It contains my dreams and hopes for love." The figure reached for the locket, and as it touched the stone altar, a brilliant light enveloped the clearing. The howling ceased, replaced by a soothing melody that filled the air. The cloaked figure smiled, its form shifting to reveal a beautiful spirit, radiating warmth and love. "Your offering is accepted, and love shall flourish tonight," the spirit proclaimed. The virgins cheered, and Ethan, feeling a rush of affection, stepped closer to the brave virgin. "You're incredible," he exclaimed, pulling her into a gentle hug. As the moonlight bathed them in silver, laughter returned to the clearing, and the spirit faded into the night, leaving behind a lingering sense of magic. They danced and celebrated, the fear transformed into joy. Ethan found himself drawn to the brave virgin, and as the night wore on, their connection deepened, filled with laughter, stories, and the promise of love. The festival continued into the early hours, a blend of romance, humor, and the thrill of the unknown. By dawn, as the first light broke through the trees, Ethan knew he had found something special, not just in the brave virgin, but in the bonds formed that night. The Night of the Virgins had turned into a celebration of love, laughter, and the magic that lay within each of them, forever entwined with the spirit of the forest.